Hey, Precision Wall leaders, this is Dr. Gary making good bosses into great leaders. And at this point, that means you. We're going into our 7th month here of July and very excited about the progress we're making. The stories, oh my gosh, the stories that you guys told in the last 30 days have been freaking awesome. I've loved reading them. I spent a lot of time last weekend reading them. We read about monkeys, and in fact, I've got my big monkey right behind me to remind me. And we read about boxes. I got my box. You remember the box story. And by the way, I know that you're got a lot going on, so I know you're juggling. I thought I would show you my juggling skills since, you know, I don't really have juggling skills. So anyway, we all have our stuff going on, and we miss you because it's been a while since we talked. And the stories on delegation and coaching and people feeling awkward because they're learning new things. And, you know, that's when you know you're really learning. And when you're a little uncomfortable and things aren't quite feeling right, you know you're really learning then. And I love the fact that some of you are actually out there teaching. Oh my gosh, you want to learn something? Teach. You'll get questions that people will ask you and you go, that's a good question. I have no idea what the answer to it is. And that's when you call your coach or you give me a call. But I'm very excited about the progress that you guys are all making and the stories that we're hearing and seeing and how you're applying this. So here's your assignments for this month as we move forward. Well, actually, it's only about 2.5 weeks, so we're only going to ask for 2 stories, just 2. Number 1, the listening story that we read last month really inspired me. Listening is such a great art where you just pay attention to the other person. Don't give any advice. If you give advice, you must ask for permission first, but I want to hear some stories from all of you on the way you would just listen. And I don't care if it's at work or if it's at home. Listen to your child, your spouse, listen to somebody at work, but take at least 10 or 15 minutes in a situation where you do nothing but let the other person speak and let them come to their own conclusions. No questions. I'm not asking you to do any coaching. I just want you to practice listening. And it's so hard for many of us who think that we have to solve the problems of the world. So that's the one thing. The other story is a story of your choice. And a couple of stories that I'm reminded of in the last 30 days was a couple of on emotional intelligence, some self-awareness and relationship management, reminders of those things, and just terrific stuff to remind us of the things that we've learned in the past and to continue to work on. The coaching, the delegation, the communication styles, and the strengths, any of those things that you want to write a story on or something else that I haven't mentioned. So keep up the good work. We're looking forward to seeing you 2 weeks from Friday. We've got our half day and we'll be doing some meeting management work that day, but we'll also do some coaching and catch up with all of you and follow our typical agenda. Looking forward to it. Go out there and make a difference. Make some great leadership decisions as you go through the next couple of weeks and the next month, and we will all see you very, very soon. Take care. This is Dr. Gary, making good bosses into great leaders.